Welcome, everyone, to the Bucks County Living Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Neff, your real estate resource. Today, I am joined by my good friend, Jessica Sanko, the general manager for Bucks County Cleaning. Good morning, Jessica. How are you?
Good morning, Alex. I'm good.
It's so good to see you. You're such a dear friend of mine, and I'm so glad that you're able to join me on the podcast this morning because I'm so excited for you because you've accepted this new position with Bucks County Cleaning as the general manager. It's still pretty fresh. It's still pretty new. And I see how you and the owner, Liz, the CEO of the company, you guys really complement each other in your different styles of how you run businesses. And I'm really excited to hear more about Bucks County Cleaning. I think everybody listening is too. So could you tell me what kind of services does Bucks County Cleaning offer? Because you're not the typical cleaning company, are you?
We're not. We're a commercial and janitorial service. So we do not do residential. That is not something that we do. But we do everything from small offices. We do post-construction cleanup. We did sanitation when it was really bad. We were doing 24-hour sanitation at some companies.
Wow.
So we offer just about everything for businesses. So it's a little bit of everything. We've done strip and wax. That's one of my favorite things lately, is that standing back and looking at it, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, so, I mean, the floors, you've shown me some of the pictures of some of the jobs that you've done. And I think you did like a police department recently, right?
I did.
And to see the before and the after, and I mean, it's unfortunate that these police departments get a lot of foot traffic, but the fact that you were able to bring them back to, I mean, you made it look like it was from 2023 back to 1993, like just 30 years of foot traffic. Can really do some wear and tear on the floors, and your company was able to bring it back to shiny and brand spanking new.
It's beautiful, and it's amazing what a little scrubbing can do, and it's work though. There's a staff of us that we're all hands on, and we get the scrubbers out, we get the stripper out, and it's amazing to see what you're looking at, and then the after. And when you're in it, you don't notice it. You know, it kind of looks yucky. But then it's like, wow, what a difference when you stand back. We just did a machine shop. They emptied out everything. The floors were bad. 25, I think he said, years of oil and stuff all around the machines. It was amazing, the difference of scrubbing it and sealing it to make it look good so he could sell it.
Now, do these businesses have to shut down for any length of time for you to be able to get in there to do your cleaning, even if it's a deep clean or something? Or are you able to do it during the off hours of the business's normal business hours?
If they allow us to do it after hours, that's our preference.
Okay.
It's normally after hours for deep cleans. One of our companies that we work for, they were having an inspection. So they're 24 hours. They don't stop. Well, I can't tell you what they do, I guess. But what they did was they had us come in for shifts. So we did a few things during the week that were above and beyond what our normal clean is. And then we spent 5 or 6 hours, I think 5 of us, and did the nitty gritty. But while they were working, we were out of their way. They knew we were going to be there, and we got it done. But some companies, we go in, as soon as those doors are locked, we're in there, and we do the deep clean.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's great. That's really impressive because it takes a lot to not only to run the business, but like cleaning a business is very integral part of running the business itself, right?
Yes.
So for you to be able to come in there and not interrupt the normal daily operations and still have the place looking clean and shiny and brand new every single day is a very difficult task to work around all of the other things that the businesses are doing. So I give kudos to you and the company.
Thank you.
So what other kind of services do you offer? You said stripping and waxing. You do the general sanitation and janitorial. And what other kind of things do you do? Like as far as I know that you've signed some NDAs with some businesses, right? Mm-hmm. So like we don't want to go into any of that. We don't want to get you in trouble.
No, thank you.
We don't want to get you in trouble. But I do. I am curious about what other kind of things, because you say deep clean. I think when people hear deep clean, they don't really, myself included, don't realize how much detail that really goes into.
It's not as detailed and deep as you would think, because if you think of a standard clean, say I come into your business and basically what you want is your floors vacuumed, your kitchen floors, any tiles or linoleum would be mopped. Your bathrooms would be, the toilet, the sink, and the surfaces. When they want a deep clean, it's more or less like we're getting all the cobwebs. We're dusting all the flat surfaces all at once. So it's just above and beyond what your normal service is.
Okay.
So we might come in and do something very simple. Every week we'll do the trash, we'll clean up the kitchen area, we'll do whatever your normal request is. But then they have something where we're literally from top to bottom trying to clean up, getting all the corners, like really more intense focus on things that are above and beyond the normal typical clean.
Okay, 'cause I don't know why. Sometimes I hear deep clean and I think of like a scene from Annie, where the kids got the bucket and the brush and they're just on their hands and knees scrubbing the floors. And
It feels like that. I mean, it does.
So
It's a hard not life.
Yeah. So in order to do all these different services with all the businesses in Bucks County, how many employees do you have? Because this takes
We have over 50.
wow.
And they're part-time, full-time employees.
Part-time and full-time.
Part-time and full-time.
Okay.
But we have what we consider part-time, full-time. When I first started with Bucks County Cleaning, I had a part-time job. I decided I needed extra money. So I saw they were hiring. I picked a spot. I gave them my availability. They picked a spot that was local to me. And then I was there Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 hours. So it was a set schedule. I wasn't going here and there because that was my choice. So that was 2 days a week also at this facility. I did just their trash. So for me, it was part-time, full-time work because 5 nights a week, I was working for Bucks County Cleaning at a facility.
Right.
So depending on the availability of the person and the location that you are, you can have more full-time like hours. I wouldn't say 40 hours a week unless you're willing to put in the travel time as well. And sometimes there is travel time in between jobs.
Right. So it sounds like you kind of, you and Liz are able to, and Chris is
Chris is the office manager.
Chris is the office manager. So it sounds like the three of you together are able to come up with the perfect schedule that fits a lot of people's, lives based on this part-time, full-time model that you have.
Yes.
So that's great because
Chris
it sounds
is the best focal point. Like as a retired administrator, he's amazing. He really is the heart between Liz, the owner, myself as a general manager, Joe, who does, basically everything as well. And then he's also the go-between between the supervisors. It's a great team, but he definitely can put that in there to see where we're at and who's where. And we just work really well together with everyone.
And you being the past administrator for different companies, and me knowing you on a personal level, for you to say that about somebody else truly has to be quite the compliment to them, because for them to be able to live up to your standards, because I know you have very high standards when it comes to the administration.
I do.
To the back of house, the clerical things, that because you're very much a process-oriented person. So that's awesome. That's really cool that you're able to all work together to come up with the best flexible schedule to be able to cater to everyone's needs, especially to have over 50 employees. That's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot. So do you service any other areas outside of Bucks County? Because it's called Bucks County Cleaning. You're in Bristol Borough. That's where the hub is with all the fleet of vehicles and where everybody comes in to pick up more supplies and this and that. Where else do you serve outside of Bucks County?
We actually do New Jersey.
Wow.
We have Delran, we have Princeton, we have Trenton. We have a lot of locations that are also New Jersey because we hire within 20 minutes of commute is where. So if Liz and I go out and do sales in New Jersey, we're going to look at the pool of part-timers to be able to put them in those jobs or specifically hire for those jobs. It will be dedicated to them. We also, we have some right outside Philadelphia, but we do Warminster, Southampton. It's really within 20 minutes of where that employee is, but we tend to stay in Bucks County.
Okay. Excellent. How did you get into this? Because I know you had said that you needed a couple extra dollars. You're working as an administrator for an office somewhere, and you needed a couple extra dollars. How did you fall into Bucks County Cleaning?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook literally said Chris had posted a job and it said local to, I think it was Bristol. And at the time I worked in Teletown. And so I applied. I met with Liz and I was basically hired on the spot. And so I decided I'm only going to do this for a little while. That was my thought process. My daughter being at school, I said, let me get some extra cash. And that was it. I kept saying, just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. And it wasn't. And then she approached me and asked if it was, she knew my background. I have a very extensive background at my age. I've been in a lot of different positions and we really work well. She's an amazing woman and a good mentor for this job. And I really am grateful that my kid went to school. I needed some extra cash. Facebook had it posted, and I jumped in and did it.
The stars all kind of aligned at one time for you to be able to get this clear path now.
And I think also because my own office at the time was being cleaned, and there was things that just would drive me insane. Like every night my stuff would be put away to come into a fresh office and there was like fingerprints and like the back of my monitor and top of the monitor would be like completely filled with dust after a week. And it was like, oh. So I think that's also what helped me cleaning because I know what I wanted in my office. So I wanted to give the customer and the clients that same attention to detail. And then going into the management portion of it, I can train people because I've been in one side of the shoes, then I was a cleaner, and now I'm still a cleaner. I just train other people to do what we want them to do in the way we want them to do it. So it works. It works. But yes, it was a very scary leap.
I'm sure it was because you've been the general manager now for how long?
Since March 1st.
March. Okay, and you've been working with the company since
4 years.
4 years. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's a pretty meteoric progression from being a part-time employee to now being the general manager and possibly moving through the ranks to maybe own the place one day.
That's my dream. That's the goal, the end goal.
So what would you say your vision is for Bucks County Cleaning?
I want to take what's already there because I think the company is amazing to work for, to be a part of. And I think some of our big customers are we've had them for 10 plus years, some of our businesses. And I mean, we have Terminex, Airline, Roto-Rooter, some bigger ones that are local. I also want to expand, and I think social media is one of the aspects that that we are currently exploring, and ways to advertise more specific areas, targeted areas that are going to be geared towards commercial cleaning. We've done Yelp, we've done Google, we've done some of those, but we keep getting residential, and you don't want to say no, but that's just not what we do. So I just want to take what we have and just put a little bit of a Jessica on it. I think what Liz has done for 24, almost 25 years, she's done it with a great team. And I don't want to do much to change what she's already put down. But I just think some things are like, oh, we could try technology. I'm more of the technological view. And she's still paper, pencil, foot, we're still, cold calling is not calling. That's literally walking into businesses. So
right.
I will be leaving you my flyer so you can talk to your crew.
Yeah, please do. We're getting a new manager is starting in the office here this week. So we're definitely going to put in a good word for you.
Thanks.
Because I don't know who cleans the office right now. They do a fine job, but I'm an outside cat now. So I'm all around Bucks County, all around Pennsylvania, New Jersey. So, but I love that you said put a little Jessica spice on it. because you are the queen of the spice, right? Like, because you also do a couple other things like the
I
Pampered
do.
Chef and the
Damsel in defense.
Damsel in Defense, and I think that you have that knack to you where you're able to to always leave something better than you found it. And I will say that nothing beats that, just getting belly to belly with somebody, having those conversations person to person. But the question becomes, it's just a general marketing question, right? Like, how do you reach the people that you haven't met yet? How do you reach the people that need your services but don't know you yet?
Right.
And that's where I think the social media, the podcast, things like that are able to kind of reach some different groups of people that you wouldn't normally meet.
Correct.
And even like my wife, right? Like, I met my wife online. We met on a dating app. We wouldn't have met
Without
in real life because she was working at a bank that I had never heard of, and I was very much like in my normal routine of things, and she was in her normal routine of things. And who would have thought that that's where you meet somebody, or that's where a lot of times, for me anyway, in real estate, that's where you meet that next step. That's where that next step comes in, especially with like putting up professional photography for a house
Right.
online. That's how you get people in the doors.
And TikTok.
Exactly, and TikTok.
Do some awesome ones. I'm just saying.
Thank you, and I'm really excited to collab with Bucks County Cleaning because I think that we can do an excellent job at some tips and tricks on how to keep a business clean. Because I have a commercial real estate background as well, so that's something that I'm always open to looking at, specifically in restaurants. But you do restaurants too, right? We were just talking this morning. Our networking group that we're in.
I love that. I love that you invited me to that networking group.
Did.
I have had some great experiences, and it's only been, a month?
Yeah, a month or two.
That I've actually physically got on board with the networking group. And the other group that you put me on to.
What's the other one?
The one that's Wednesdays. The Masters.
Oh, the Mastermind.
Mastermind.
Yeah, with those guys over at some of the students from Investor Schooling.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to learn as much as I can, not only from Liz and the business, but other business people that are, like, you're an independent. I would be an independent. I don't have anybody else to report to. So I have a blueprint given to me, but to learn what some of these other people have to offer, like I met somebody for social media. I met somebody for financial advisors. I met somebody that could take care of the fleet of cars. Fletcher's. I have Brian, who literally at the drop of a hat, I can text him and he'll give me an answer, or give me a contact. And I'm excited. Are you going to the spring?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. And I think that's one of the reasons that I mean, we've known each other for how long now? 5 years almost. So I think the fact that we both have that lifelong learner mindset is one of the reasons we have both just gelled so well together and done our work, with the nonprofit together, because that's how we met, working together at a nonprofit. And then personally and professionally, our lives have grown and twisted together. And like, I'm so grateful to know you, because we do both have that lifelong learner aspect to our souls. And it's like, how can I say that I know everything and I'm the best at everything?
Right.
Because once I've ripened, I start to rot.
Right.
Right. So, and I think that's one of the reasons we've got along so well. I was thrilled when you told me that you were going to take this position of the general manager for Bucks County Cleaning, because you would dive into it with all your heart and soul and genuinely try and leave it better than you found it. Liz has been doing a fantastic job for 25 years. And there's no denying that she was able to build up this business from absolutely nothing. She was the pioneer. She was the one who started it.
From scratch.
And you're able to now put your Jessica spice on it.
Just a little bit.
And I love that. And I absolutely love that.
I try, like, my motto basically every morning is to be better than I was yesterday. Be helpful, not harmful to anybody else or myself. But also own mistakes. I can't grow unless I make mistakes, but I have to learn and be observant to my mistakes. I've bid jobs with, pretend by myself. And I was like, yeah, I could get this job done in like 4 hours. And 8 hours later, I'm like, I'm still scrubbing. Okay, lesson learned on that one. I'll eat it for the team.
Yeah.
But I think it's great that Liz is by my side because she knows I'm going to make mistakes. And she's told me openly, I've made mistakes and I've learned from them. So if I keep growing and being the best I can be, I can't fail.
Absolutely.
The only failure is if I stop trying and stop trying to learn and grow.
It's
And
great to have that
that's
mentor.
not an option.
Exactly. It's wonderful to have that mentor, that guide, to be able to have just bounce ideas off of like, hey, I tried this. Hey, it didn't work. I tried it this way. So I'm a big advocate for having that mentorship or coaching, if you will.
And I think she's willing to let me make those, like I might say, I really want to do this job. It means something to me. And she's not going to be like, no, that's not what we do.
Right.
She's open to listen to what my opinions are. And I think that's valuable to work with someone. And we really do work really well together. It's a nice feeling. I've had lots of, my last company, my bosses were amazing. I didn't want to leave because I was so comfortable with those bosses. They both were just phenomenal people. And then to take that leap and have them still support me, they're like, this is all you. You have to do this. If you don't do this, you're going to regret it. And then being with Liz saying, come on, let's go. We got this. I had to try. I had to. But I'm definitely justifying a little things.
I'm really excited to see how you continue to grow within Bucks County Cleaning and grow Bucks County Cleaning, the company as a whole. So next, I like to move into a section called the Big Three.
Yes.
The Big Three are the three questions that I ask everyone that comes onto the podcast. So my first question for you, Jess, is what do you think makes Bucks County a great place to live?
I love Bucks County because, especially where I live, I love the history of my town. I love the history around us. I absolutely love driving down River Road in the fall on my way to Little New Hope with the views. It's very scenic. It's peaceful, but yet I'm very close to like the big city. And I like having that little small town to a rural area to just right there is the city. So I think Bucks County is one of the perfect places for me. And I've lived many different places.
I love that.
And I love Bucks County. I will probably die in Bucks County.
Hopefully not for a very long time.
Yeah, no, don't jinx me.
What would you say your favorite restaurant in Bucks County is?
That is so. I ponder this all the time because I'm a hometown girl. So can I only do one?
You can do as many as you'd like.
Okay, so my favorites in my little town would be Menino's Family Restaurant. I've known them since my 8th grade year, so I'm not going to tell you that age, but then it would be Bambino's and Originals. They're my pizza go-tos. I love Cafe Antonio's for like the sit-down dinner.
Yeah.
Jackie, the atmosphere is beautiful. The food is phenomenal. I really love it. But then you've got stuff like Cancun.
Yep.
Like I love Cancun. I love Mexican.
Yeah.
So I think they're my top.
Okay.
My local town, and then anything Mexican.
Yeah. Those are some heavy hitters that you named.
Yeah.
I love Cafe Antonio. I love Cancun. I don't think I've ever been to Menino's.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to put them on my my short list.
Definitely. Tell Vinny Jessica sent you.
I will. I will.
That family is. I love the family. It's another. I love supporting local and family run. Not that I have anything against chains at all, but you see the heart and soul in everything they do, and that just makes me want to be a part of it. I love it.
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
And Jess, my last question is, where can people find out more about you and Bucks County Cleaning?
Bucks County Cleaning does have a Facebook page. I personally have a Facebook page that I do quirky little things, and now I'm starting to do some cleaning stuff. So be kind. But we also have the website, buckscountycleaning.com, and you can go there and see all that we have to offer. There's flyers specifically to each business. There's the About Us. Yeah, that's where you can reach us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out today, Jessica, and talking about Bucks County Cleaning. I'm super excited to see how this journey as the general manager and continue just continues to grow you as a personal and professional human being that is really able to leave Bucks County cleaner than you found it. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to grow with you. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I
And
appreciate it.
Thank you. And as always, I'm your host, Alex Neff. Make sure to reach out if you have any questions about Bucks County living.